Okay, so welcome. We're on week 3 for our long and tall, long and strong. Sorry. We're lengthening and we're strengthening. So a little bit more on strength again this week, but we're going to be low down. So we're going to be on our backs, on our hands and knees or fours positions. And that's probably it. So we're down for the whole of the session. So we're going to start on our back. Okay. So the feet are on the floor and the knees are bent. Our arms are just resting by our side. And just allow yourself to sink into the ground for a moment. So that sense of letting go. And just feeling the back body on the ground. So we've got the legs down, but we've got the hips, the pelvis, the back and the arms, and the back of the head down. So that can be weighted. This shouldn't give. So from here, I'm going to extend the arms up towards the sky. So the shoulders do come off the ground because there's a slight sense of reach there. Now the shoulders, the arms are going to stay still as they can as we take the knees side to side. So you allow them to go as far as they are comfortable going. They might go quite close to the floor, some of you might get to the floor. And then you use your belly muscles to bring you back. So just keep focusing for a moment on that center. So pause in center. So we're thinking, just slightly below the navel and that whole area. You could include the side body and the lower back in that core region, and then go over to the other side. Let the knees go over. You're still reaching with the arms. The arms aren't moving. They're being stable. So they're not going in the opposite direction to the legs, which they often do. And then again, bring the core in. So a little squeeze through the belly, whole center, gets you back to neutral. And then allow the knees second time. So even though you're allowing to go over, feel a connection with the belly. So the legs are still kind of connected through the support of the center. Both go over, so it's not just dropping them. And then belly in, hold support through the core, back to neutral, relax there. And again, just a little bit of support through the belly as you allow yourself. Turn to the second side, but you're keeping control. So you're not dropping the legs, they're going where they go. They get further. And bring the core first, bring the belly over to neutral as the legs join. We're going to do that one more time each side. So it's a slow release. Arms are stable. Shoulder and upper back is stable. Pause in our open position. Maybe now the legs have got to the ground. So it took me a few goes. And then core gets you back to neutral. Relax. And last time, over to your second side. Core brings you back. And relax the arms down. Okay. I'm just slightly moving so we get the sense of what we're doing. Now I have the space. Okay. So from here, I'm going to keep the arms down for now. I'm going to bring the legs back into work. So we're going to take the feet off the ground and we're going to ensure the lower back's really settled down. So there's weight into the ground. So we've got real length through our lower back, which might mean your knees are closer in towards you than the hips, but just to get the lower back down. But for the moment, the knees are hip distance apart. Okay, so if you extend one leg away, reaching into the sky, maybe easy to show that one. Yeah, so we reach away and we keep the lower back down, we bring the knees back into that same position, and then we reach away with the opposite leg. And as you do that, really feeling the core support. So because the lower back's down, that should be activated anyway. See if you can do a couple more on each side. Reaching away. As you reach away, really feeling that leg is connected right into the core. And when you've had enough, you may have already had enough, then bring in the legs down. Okay, so I'm going to take my arms wide, shoulder level, and my palms are going to face towards the sky, so my shoulders are open, back of the shoulder blades are down. I'm going to bring my feet off the ground again, bring my knees and my feet together, and I'm going to take the legs over like we did at the beginning, but this time we've got the arms on the ground. So I'm going to take both my legs over to one side, get the first leg down, even if it's just the toes touching, and keeping the shoulder on the opposite side down. So both shoulders are down. You might feel you need to extend, just going to show you the hand, extend the opposite arm away from you slightly, but keeping the shoulder down. So both my knees aren't together now, they're separated. And the knee that's closer to the ground isn't on the ground. Okay, so we've been there a while, it's going to be harder to get up. So bring the belly in, really get that core support. You can use the arm that's on the ground to help you get up as well. You come into neutral, bring the knees closer in, closer. You get the lower back off the ground for a moment. Then get the lower back on the ground, but keep it really connected to the ground. Start with the knees together and the feet together. Roll over to your second side, keeping the shoulder down. You might need touch with your feet. You might touch with one leg, part the leg, and let the upper leg separate from the lower leg. Again, just keeping that connection to the ground for the opposite arm that's slightly reaching away, but not so much that it overly creates too much tension. Okay, and then from there, bring the core, work in, belly in, support around that whole core, get yourself back up to center, and then bring the feet down. Well done. And relax, bring the arms so the hands are on the belly for a moment, just to find the core, but also then find the belly as a restful place, so let the belly relax for a moment. Feel the belly breath there. So the belly expanding into the hands on the in-breath. Okay. So we're going slowish today, but strong today. Hope that's okay for you. But so you do as much as you feel comfortable with. So we're going to go up into bridge next, and then we're going to extend one leg away. Yes, as we did, as we've done earlier. So having the feet on the ground, but bringing the feet heels closer to the butt, arms more in robot arms, so bending at the elbows, upper arms on the ground, close enough into you, you get the support, but not so close in that you restrict yourself. So the elbows are just below the shoulders, slightly wider if they need to be. And then pressing off through the feet, lifting the hips away from the ground, finding your happy position. So there'll be more weight going through the back of the head and the shoulders. You want the chin slightly tucked in to keep the neck safe and the throat okay. And then from there, I'm just going to extend one leg and bring that back down, trying to stay exactly neutral. If we've gone too high with the hips, then we just allow those to drop a little bit and we then get our connection. So as you extend the leg away, feeling that leg extending down the whole side body. And the leg feeling really connected into the center, through the hip flexors at the front, and the bum and the glutes at the back. You can do one more each side, then go for that. So we're going to have space to have our arms come out to the side for the moment. So we've got the arms out to the side and with palms up. So we're open through the shoulders. And if you can press the hands and the lower arms into the ground without that hurting the shoulders, so it will lift the shoulders a little bit and then relax the shoulders down. Press down through the back of the lower arms and relax the shoulders down. Sweep the arms up and let the palms come together, like kind of prayer mode or rocket mode. And then press the hands, palms again together in this position. And release. And again, push together. And release. Take the arms shoulder distance apart. Reach the hands up so the shoulders come away from the ground. And then lower the shoulders so the shoulders come back to touch the ground. Extend, shoulders come away, and then let the shoulder joints drop into the earth. Extend up, and let the shoulders just drop and relax there. And bring the arms down. So we're having a mini pause. So just see how everything feels. If you're uncomfortable in the lower back, then please just bring the knees into your chest and have a little bit of circle on the lower back. Okay, so we're going to roll over and come onto all fours. See how it's feeling. So on all fours, we're going to do as we did last week, but there's a little bit of a change. So we're going to extend the leg, one leg up behind us, sole of the foot towards the sky, and then bring it back down. We're trying to keep everything still. We're going to do that 3 times. And then we're going to bring the knee to the nose to give the lower back length. Come down, and then repeat on the other side. So you may have joined me, that's great. If not, don't worry, you can catch up. So knee behind you, sole of the foot up. I'm on my second side now. Bring that back down into place. No movement or minimal movement in the lower back. Repeat 3 times. Keep a little bit of pressure through there. Hands so you don't collapse in the chest. So this next time, knee to nose and rest. Okay, I'm going back to my first side. 3 times. Next one, or now, whichever, bringing the knee to the nose. And relax. Second time, second side for me. Extending 3 times. 4, 3. Time if you can. If you want to just pause, that's fine. Sides. Your pace, but keeping that stability through the center. So we're extending through the front body here from above the hip flexor. Great. So pausing, if you need to do anything with the wrists to just give them a little bit more TLC, then please do. I'm going to extend, I'm going to kneel, take the knees back so I can, and then take the hands forward. Bum goes back, belly goes up, yeah, belly goes up, so it's supporting the lower back. And armpits go up, so you're not sinking in the armpits. The ears are broadly in line with the inside of the arms, so you're not up, you're not below that level, you're in line, so you're not collapsing. So belly up, remember to support your belly, support your lower back. Bum goes back, but not so far that you create any arching in your lower back, so it feels like an extension in your lower back, if anything. And then from here, I'm going to take the hands over to one side so we get a side bend. So we're going to lengthen through. So I'm taking my hands to the right, so I'm going to push back a little bit more through my left hip. And I'm going to breathe into that left side. Still got my, not collapsing in my armpits or in my belly. I've got the length. And from there, come back to neutral. Take a breath there. And then hands over to the second side, get that length. Don't collapse in the armpits, don't collapse in the belly. Lengthen back through the opposite hip. So you get that sense of stretch. Breathe into that side. And come back to center. But you can come down this time onto your paws, onto your forearms. And from here, I'm going to extend back with one foot. And bring it back, extend with the other foot. And then bring it back. And then if you kind of continue doing that, or you can take both feet back. So you're into a plank. And then you bring one knee forward, other knee forward, opposite leg back, both legs back, one knee forward, etc. So just finding your happy rhythm to find plank. Don't need to stay there long, but getting that continual work through the core, but giving it a break. It looks a bit awkward now, but just do what you best you can. Next time you're in plank, just pause for a moment in plank. Feel the length through the back of the calves, back of the thighs, and see if you can hold that for a moment or two. Well done, well done. Come onto your knees, come onto your belly just for a moment. Take the elbows wide and just relax in full extension of the body, flat the whole of the belly and front body on the ground for a moment, and just let that relax. If you need to do anything different with the arms to be comfortable, then go for that. Really relax the belly into the ground. Okay, we're going to go on to our back again. So a little bit of work with extending the front body there through strength work, not just flexibility work, which we often do. Okay, so coming back onto our back. See how we are on our back. So we're going to bring one knee in and hug that in fairly tightly, and then we're going to extend the other leg away on the ground actively. So we're pressing into the heel, dorsiflex through the ankles. It's like standing on the ground. One leg's pulling in a little bit and the other leg's extending if that's comfortable. Swapping over. So other leg comes in and that leg extends. So there's a push-pull kind of thing. Slight pull on the shin as long as the knee can cope comfortably with that. Extension, active, push away through the heel in the other leg. Great. And then feet on the ground. See how the land lies in terms of how the back has contact with the ground. So we're going to take both feet off the ground and we're going to take the hands initially behind knee and to the back of the thighs, to the hamstrings and hug in. Yeah, so the lower back now comes off the ground. Take the legs a little bit out to the side away from each other. Now, if you want to stay there, that's fine. If you can, go on to happy baby. So I'm going to take my arms between my knees, but then take them on the outside of the foot, the toe side, and then see if I can get the feet, soles of the feet a little bit more towards the sky. I'm going to bring the feet together, and then I'm going to take them away. So you can do this with the hands around the thighs as we were before, away and together, or you can do it in happy baby, away and together. 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 Okay, well done. And then get your arms out and get your feet hopefully safely back to the ground. With the weight. If it feels really nasty or unstable in the sacrum and the lower back, below the lower back, into the pelvic area, then just bring the knees together and take the feet out and see if that helps. Yeah, if there's any issues there. So some people are a bit, can be a bit unstable there. If you still feel okay in the lower back, you're going to bring the feet together and the knees out. It's a frog leg type thing. So it doesn't matter how far away your feet are from your center. You just want to be able to feel safe and comfortable in the groin and the inner thighs to be able to take the legs away. And if it feels okay, then pressing the soles of the feet together for a moment and then releasing. Soles of the feet together and then releasing. And if that gives a nasty jar, again to the sacrum, then don't do the pressing. And again, press in and relax. Press in and relax. So for this, you're kind of looking for broadly a neutral spine. If your lower back does go down to the ground, that's good, it's fine. But you don't want to feel like you created a really big arch in your lower back doing that. It might increase when you press, but then it's only for a moment and then you can hopefully release. Okay. That's all lovely. So getting the legs back together, whichever way you need to. So we're going to do a repeat of some of the things we did at the beginning. Just see how things are now in terms of the core and the ease in movement. It might be no change at all. So let's just allow the knees to go one side to the other. So you could have your arms out to the side at shoulder level, or you can keep your arms a bit closer. So we did extend the arms up, but for now, just have the arms by your side or out to the center and let keeping them just in hip distance apart, just let the knees go over and feel that extension. So it's not exactly the same at the beginning. Got the arms out to the side and then up and then over. So don't think about using the belly, but be aware of the belly. So is it working, but you're not kind of pushing a lot of work into the belly. You just want to hopefully let that play its part more naturally. So that the movement feels easy. So you want an easeful side to side. So as the legs go over to one direction, you can look in the other direction by just rolling on the head a little bit. But if that's uncomfortable, then you keep your head in neutral. Wide. Center. Take your arms up to the sky. Take your feet off the ground so your knees are above your hips or even closer and see your lower back's down. And just pause like that for a moment. Keeping the arms straight and just take the legs over to one side, up a wee way. Bring them back up. Opposite side, wee way. Back to center. Bring the legs down, arms down. And you can extend the legs there. Have the hands for a moment on the belly. And just imagine your belly can soften as well as give you support through the strength. So kind of imagine the breath in the belly and imagine the breath as kind of a power connection, a power source, a sense of strength just through the breath. You know, not with having to hold it or pull it or engage it in any way, but just noticing that there's power in the movement, there's power in the center of the body. Just through the source of the connection of the movement of the belly, through the movement of the diaphragm, which is creating that power. And just knowing that you've got kind of a potential form of support, not just through the core support, but just through the breath there. Taking the hands away, wherever they're comfortable, by the side of the body, so you're in a more open pose. You don't need to keep the feet or the legs together, kind of a little bit of space, let the thighs relax. The arms would be sufficiently away from the body, so Shoulders aren't feeling tight, they can relax. And feeling the length from the toes through the forefoot, through the shin, through thighs, and particularly around the hip flexor, that space there. So we've done that bit of work with around releasing the hip flexor and the psoas muscle. And then feeling the length of the belly through to the chest and right up beyond the collarbones to the top. Coming to the neck and then up the neck and face to the top of the head. And then just noticing the length of the back body from soles of the feet, around the heel, up the back of the calf, back of the knee, back to the thighs, back to the butt, all the way through the spine, up the neck, including up the neck, back of the head. And then just feeling the whole body, ground, breathing body. Taking in the length and the strength at ease. Okay. So gently come out of this. Take the hands up, give the arms and the wrists a little shake. The whole muscles then in the arms can have a little bit of a shake out. Take the legs in the air, give them a shake out, toes, ankles, backs of the calves have a little bit of a shake out like a jelly. If you need to bring your knees in, do, and then roll over, and we're done. Have a length if you need to, for you settle into the rest of your day or evening. All right, thank you for coming, and see you not next week, but class for the following week. Thank you very much for coming.